everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Flossmas Day 12. Yesterday I managed to finish my goal on the Haid Stitch Along, which means that I am like free from that requirement and I can now work on other things, and I kind of don't really know what to do for the rest of the month. So I still technically have not met my goal on Little Gamer. I have not met my goal on the 12 movie nights of Christmas stitch along. I wanted to do 3,000 stitches on that and I've only done like 1,000, but I also don't really feel like working on either of those two charts. I also still have 2 WIPGO numbers for this month that I need to work on, and those are the charts Dear Alice, and there is the chart, what is it? Pokemon Gen 1 from Lord Libidin. So I do have things that I should work on, but I don't really want to work on them right now. I might do them like towards the end of the month maybe, if I feel like it. But right now I just want to have like some freedom before next year starts, when I have like goals to work on again. And so yeah, I just want a little freedom. So I think today I'm going to work on Cozy Winter Book Nook, which is artwork by Rose Kahn, charted by Pain Free Crafts. I really love this chart. It was like an immediate purchase. As soon as this chart came out, I had to purchase it, and I started it even though it's like 500,000 stitches. So this is, I think, my largest chart that I am stitching. I do not think I would ever stitch anything this large again, just because it's gonna be huge. It takes forever to get to 1% on this chart. It's fine. So I will be working on this today. I had also kind of thought about like stitching somewhere else and trying to like get to a fun area, like some books or like a cat or something, but I also am kind of scared too. So I'm not sure yet if I will stay with this diagonal or if I'll go somewhere fun. This is being stitched on a 25 count 2/1 half cross, and then I will also be doing my stitching on Autumn Harmony today. What I was going to mention for this is I think I'm going to keep this out at least 2 days. So I'm going to work on it today, which is Wednesday, and tomorrow, which is Thursday. I think for the weekend, I might do something just like a little like fun weekend thing for me or something. And I was thinking about putting my Christmas and like wintry charts on a wheel over the weekend and then spinning the wheel every 500 stitches. And that way I could work on like a variety of like winter and Christmas projects, and then watch like Christmas movies and just have like a fun stitchy weekend, because I think next weekend will be like my last weekend I can really stitch before Christmas, because the weekend after that I have a lot of like family things going on, like making cookies, and then we're celebrating Christmas early. So I think that like this weekend coming up will be my last time to stitch really like a good chunk before Christmas. Also saying that, I think my Flossmas will probably end next week, because then I have a lot of things coming up and I just want to enjoy them without having to worry about stitching. So it's gonna be ending next week at some point. I'm not sure exactly when. And so I figured doing like a fun thing this weekend where I spin a wheel every 500 stitches, work on a lot of things, will just be a fun way to kind of like maybe end Flossmas. So that is my plans coming up. I really don't know what I'm gonna do after that though. Like, what do I want to stitch on? I have no idea. I also still really need to come up with my official plans for next year. I did finally buy a planner for next year, and I bought the 2025, what is it called? The 2025 24 Hours of Cross Stitch digital planner from Quirks and Stitches, who is also Jen Lee here on, I think that's her name on YouTube, is Jen Lee, but on Instagram she is Quirks and Stitches. And she runs the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch event on Facebook, like the group. There's a whole group, there's events for it, and so she's in charge of it. She puts out a planner that will have like the weekends of 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, and she also has like themes to the planner. So I ended up purchasing that because I thought it would be fun to actually get an actual cross stitching planner. And that way it would just have all the things that I already need. You know, it will have a spot for all of your events that you're gonna have going on and all that. So the only thing that I know I want to do next year, and so I'm going to write it down here. Let me see. Let me get this ready. Okay, so I'm in my planner. I am also going to mention the app that I'm using to write in the planner is the Penly app. I tried the planner in GoodNotes and it worked, but it was like super laggy. And so I put it into Penly, and so far it's been like a lot smoother. So I am using the Penly app on my tablet. So my goals for next year, so far, I really only have like three. I have 3 official plans for next year, and that is finish Autumn Harmony. It's gotta happen next year. I had said that I wanted to finish it in July, but I think I might push it back to August because I do want to give myself like some room to like breathe. Like I don't want to be really getting mad at myself if I get behind. So Autumn Harmony, finish Autumn Harmony in August next year. The other thing is I would like to have Little Gamer finished in the first half of next year. I think that would be a fine goal to have it finished first half next year. First half. And then once that's finished, then I will pick a different project to replace Little Gamer, but I'm not even gonna think about that right now because I'm not there yet. And I also have noticed that like when I make plans at the beginning of a year for the entire year, me at the end of the year does not want to stitch on what me at the beginning of the year picked. So I am not going to make plans for the end of next year. I'm not going there. We're not going to the end of 2025. We're going to the middle of 2025. And then the other thing that I would like to do is the Haid Stitch Along for 2025. I am stitching the chart, what is it? Drinks on the Beach by Lars Stewart. I loved the colors. It's a summary chart and I don't have summary charts. So on that one, I would like to do the 6 pages to be able to get the other charts because I really liked the chart. I think it's like Descants, I don't know. And then I also liked the chart Unicorn Waterfall of the Valley or something. I don't know. I don't remember the names. I'm terrible. But I would like to do the 6 pages so I can Haid Sal 6 pages so I can get the other charts because I did like some of the other charts that were available this year. So that is my plans for next year. Let me see. I was also going to go into January. Where do I get there? Let's go January. Boom, clicked on it. That was perfect. So for January, one of the things that I'm going to do is I want to stay on top of the Haid Stitch Along for next year. I am not going to save those 6 pages and do them all at the end of the year like I did this year. So one of the things is for January, I will be starting the Haid Stitch Along on January 1st or whatever day they send the chart because they sent the 2024 Stitch Along on New Year's Eve. So they technically sent it the 31st. I will start it as soon as it comes out and I will work on that chart until page 1 is finished. So that is going to be my goal for January is work on the Haid Stitch Along until that first page is finished. So Haid, whoa, I need to switch to the pen. Finish page 1 of Haid Sal. And so I was thinking for a rotation, because I'm not sure yet what I want to do for a rotation next year, is I was thinking that I might possibly do like a page on the Haid Stitch Along and then work on Little Gamer, and then a page of the Stitch Along and then work on Little Gamer. And then that way, hopefully I can also have the Haid Stitch Along finished in the first half of the year, because I think that 6 full pages should have come out by like in that first half of the year, because I think that the first release will have 4 pages. 3 of them will be whole pages, and then there will be a partial, and then the next release would have more of the full pages. So I'm hoping I can have it finished in the first half of the year, and then just be done with it until I decide I want to finish it, which would not be next year. I think that's all though that I have so far for my plans, which like I said, it's not a lot. And then also in the background of doing the Haid Stitch Along, I would still be working on Autumn Harmony, which is like I said, why I am pushing Autumn Harmony to finish in August instead of July, because I will be also working on the Stitch Along and Little Gamer. So I think that is all that I have for right now though. I will be going so I can get to stitching. Oh, and then also today for my goals, I would like to work on my sock and finish the heel turn of the sock and get to the gusset, and that way I can be done with the DPNs, because I work the heel using DPNs, so I would like to finish using the DPNs on the one sock so I can then use them on my second sock. So that is all that I have though for right now. I will be back once I have done some stitching. A quick update, I am still working on Autumn Harmony's stitching. I haven't gotten my 400 stitches on her yet, but I was looking at Pattern Keeper at the mock-up for Cozy Winter Book Nook because I'm trying to decide where I want to stitch on it later, even though it's not time yet. But I decided I would make a little video where I show, I think, where I'm going to try and go on Cozy Winter Book Nook. I most likely won't make it there today just because it would be a lot of stitching, But I think I'm going to keep Cozy Winter Book Nook out for a while. So I'm going to work on it today, tomorrow. I'll take the weekend off for my little spinning the wheel of winter Christmas projects. And then I think on Monday of next week, I will keep working on Cozy Winter Book Nook just because I love this chart. Like, I'm looking at the mock-up and there's so much I love in it. Like, there's these like flowery things here, like hanging baskets. I love the window with the winter scene. And then if we go down to like the little couch thing, there's like the cats, and then there's like little mice running around like on the shelves and stuff. And I'm like, how are these cats just sitting there where there's little mice just running around the room? And so there's so much that I would like to do on this chart. And I think what I'm going to try and do is get my way over to like the middle of the top section. So I think I would like to try and make it to like some of like the little flowers like hanging up at the top of the room. So I am going to go into the chart and I'm going to try and find a color that will get me closer to like that area that I would like to stitch. So I will start with 310 because that's the one with the most amount of stitches. And I'm guessing that this will probably be the color that will be the easiest to do, because if we zoom in, we can see that 310, it's highlighted in the green, and you can see that it is in like the curtain area that I am stitching in. And then I could stitch it down and then start working on the lights, and it looks like it goes on the lights. So then I could stitch the lights with the 310 and work my way over to like that middle area. This chart is kind of hard to do one color across the whole chart because I'm gonna zoom out and then show you that there's not a lot of colors that go throughout the entire chart. A lot of them will have like a couple areas that have a lot of that color, but they don't go throughout the whole chart like a lot of other charts would. Like, some charts will have a color that is just like fully throughout the entire chart. You don't have to camp very far in between sections, but a lot of these ones are just scattered around in like more confetti stitches. So I think that the 310 will be the best color for me to do, is just try and do the 310, work on it in the curtain area, and then get down to the area where I would be stitching the lights, and then follow the strings of the lights over to that center area. And then I'll have to pick a different color to try and get to like the flowers. I think the flowers, are they right here possibly? I won't zoom in enough to show symbols. Obviously I don't want to give the chart away, but what colors would be in the flowers? They were like reddy pinky colors, right? Where would they be? That's the one thing I love about Pattern Keeper, is just going through and then just clicking on the different colors to see where they are in the chart, finding out where the different things are in the chart that you would want to stitch. I did not find that color. Is it there? That was way too far over, isn't it? Huh. I don't know. I'll just have to take the black and then stitch over and then see where it gets me, huh? But that's what I think I'm going to do for Cozy Winter Book Nook, is I would like to get away from that corner I am in. It's kind of like, you know, a boring corner, and there's a lot of other details that I would like to stitch on. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is just try and get myself somewhere else. But I need to get back to stitching on Autumn Harmony, so I will be back once I have finally finished my stitching on Autumn Harmony, and then I'll start stitching on Cozy Winter Book Nook. And I am back with my stitching, and I did 400 stitches on Autumn Harmony, yay! And I was going to fill in a lot of the confetti stitches, and then I realized part of the reason I have not done them is that I make floss cards for all of my projects, and some of the colors on the Autumn Harmony floss cards have ran out, so I need to refill my floss cards from my master set and see if I even have the colors in my master set or if I need to buy more. So I need to replace, I think it was like 646 and 647 are both supposed to be in this area, and they're not on my floss cards, so I need to get more of that color. But I did my 400 stitches in like the darker colors over here again. And then I worked on, what's it called? Cozy Winter Book Nook. I almost forgot the name. And I was working kind of all over the place. I need to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I was trying to stitch on the black to try and get myself to a different area of the chart. So I worked here first, stitching along this section. And then I started following the lights, and I was stitching the lights here, and then it took me all the way over here. And now I am at like the second strand of lights. So that's what I got done. It was like 1,000 stitches. It doesn't look like very much, but it was 1,000 stitches. And so yeah, I did that. So looking at the Pattern Keeper mock-up, you can kind of see where I got to. and where I think the flowers are. I think that's the flowers I want to get to, and so I still need to stitch over the lights more this way, and then I need to pick a color that will take me down to the flowers here. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So tomorrow I will most likely stitch more of like the string of lights and try and get some of that done. And now for my sock. I did more on my sock from Kirby Orby Yarns. It's an advent yarn, and I finished the heel flap a couple days ago, and then today I did like the little turn portion here, and then I reconnected the color, and so now I am back to stitching on the colorful stripy yarn. And so yeah, that's where I got to on sock 1. Tomorrow I will go back to sock 2 and do the heel flap tomorrow on sock 2, and then I can get that whole thing done. And also there was like a whole incident where I stitched the heel flap on DPNs. They are wooden DPNs, and today I had thrown them into a little bag to take with me in the car, and one of the DPNs snapped in half. So I will most likely need to get a better set of DPNs because it's just like a cheapy Amazon set that I got. So I do need to get some better DPNs in the size that I use for socks because I will need more of those. So that is all that I got done though for today. I will be back tomorrow with another update, and I will see you all then. Bye!